Hey folks, today we're going to be unboxing the 2019 Dragon Hammer. Okay, so here's the box. It just came in from FedEx and I've set the X-Max on top of the box just so you can get an idea of how massive this box is. I mean, it's about as wide as the X-Max, but it is longer. So, see how much longer it is. And then, height-wise, you know, it's similar. So, let's get this out of the way. And I'm telling you, this box is super heavy. So, I'm going to weigh it. Okay, here is the box on my scale. Check this out. 64.5 pounds, almost 65 pounds is what this box weighs. Holy cow. Okay, it took 20 days for this to get here. Ordered it on AliExpress. Put a link in the description if you want to buy one. And I got lucky. I ordered it right before the Chinese New Year holiday, and they shipped it out before they went on holiday, so I was able to get it quicker than otherwise. Right now I'm just figuring out the best way to open this, so go like that. Now this is the 2019 version of the Dragon Hammer VoltZ. They changed it, and we're going to talk about what's different. All right, check this out. Wow. FID Racing, VoltZ. This is like the retail box in here. So let's slide this out. Look at this. This is interesting. All right, look at this. Just want to show you there's a couple places where some parts have poked through the box. That, I mean, it doesn't appear to be damaged, but it's sort of a failure on how this box is put together. Let me flip it over. Alright, here is the box. So you can see 1/5 scale, FID Racing VoltZ, 4-wheel drive, reverse, 34,000 RPM max, 74-120 motor, 300 amp 8S or 12S. Oh, that's interesting because the previous model was 8S only, if I believe. So this is indicating that you can run it on 12S. I did not know that was the case. I thought it was only 8S, but let's see. Is there anything else in this box worth looking at? And then this 4-link so it said, here it says ZTW 300 amp ESC 8S or 12S. I don't know that it was like that before. 2 70 kilogram servos. Okay. Okay, so let me show you what's going on here. So there's a couple pieces of bubble in here. Oh, these are the decals in this bubble wrap. It's just a piece of bubble wrap, poorly placed. So I ordered an extra pair of wheels. So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I did that because I wanted a wheel to put on the back, because it has this rack right here to hold an extra tire. So I just bought a pair because I figured that way if I wear out a set of tires, I'll have another set that I can use. So this hasn't changed. I mean, it looks the same as the previous one from what I've seen online. So I'm gonna set these aside and come right back. All right, so what I want to show you is that the truck is just sitting in here. Yeah, this came all the way from China, and it's just sitting in here. The only extra packing they put was this thin white foam stuff right here. I guess it was double boxed, but that explains to me why it kind of poked through. I would have expected it to be packed a little better. I mean, you wouldn't find like a Traxxas or a low C type product packed like this. There's something to be aware of. This thing out of the box and see how heavy it is. Oh my Jesus. All right, here's the box. Nothing else in it. This thing is so heavy and huge. Holy cow. Okay. All right, so I want you to get an idea of how big this thing is. And it's so heavy. I mean, I can't get over how heavy it is. And now it's clear to me that you're going to want really big batteries in this because it's so heavy that you're going to need them to get any kind of runtime out of it because it's so heavy. So like, look at this rear solid axle. So what I want to do, here you can see the, here we go. Here you can see the pins to hold the body cage on. And I think that it just hinges up. Let me see. Let's try and take these out and see what happens. There's one. I couldn't take those off with my hands. So let's see, does this just, oh no. There's some bolts you have to undo. All right, let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like there's just a couple in the side right here that we're gonna need to take off. I had no idea how heavy this thing was. You know, you think about an RC truck, you know, I thought the X-Max was heavy. I don't even know what it weighs, but the X-Max is nothing compared to this. Wheels, and this is the almost ready to run. So it's got the ESC and the motor and the servos already in it. I think I have to put a receiver in it and batteries. So let's see. Now I should be able to. Okay, yeah. There we go. And this hinges up. So that's 6 screws you have to remove to take the body off. And there it is. I mean, the body is heavy. Like, it's pretty heavy. And you can see the green film, the green tint to it. You might be able to see it better like that. All of that peels off. So you can take these body panels off of this roll cage and paint them and get the look that you want. So look at the little headlight housings, which I thought were kind of cool. And these are, looks like you can adjust the tilt of those if you wanted. I mean, it's a beefy cage, and it's got this like vent thing on top. Like I guess that's like a spoiler. And then the wheel rack on the back, which is kind of cool. This is what I wanted to be able to do. All right, here is the inside. So these are the, huge battery trays that people have talked about. What's interesting is there's gap under here, which I didn't think it was like that before, but of course you have like pretty good height, but you're gonna need like a shorter pack to go in there. So here's what's different. I think one of the main things that's different that I've been able to tell about this year's version, the 2019 version versus the previous version, and I don't have one of those, so I can't put them side by side, but if you look, they have these damper shocks and the regular shocks to it. So, and they feels pretty smooth. So, and you've got this massive thing to adjust here. Massive place to mount the wheel. I mean, everything is just thick. I mean, I've watched every video on YouTube about this thing, and none of them, including mine, are going to do justice for how beefy this thing is. Now, here's some machining lines you can see on this metal. I mean, this was like clearly milled in a CNC machine. All of this aluminum. Couple fans on the motor. I mean, look at this motor. I mean, there's my hand. It's just huge. And the speed control, the box says it's a ZTW, but it doesn't have any markings on it. I mean, it's just a red, it's got this fan on top. Here's the power button. Receiver goes in this box. Here's a connector for the battery leads, and the motor's already hooked up. Here's info on the motor: 74-120, 680 kV. I mean, this thing right here, I mean, that thing is big as my palm. The drive shaft is steel. And here again is a difference in the back. These extra dampers and huge shocks. There you can see down inside there the steering servos. All right, here they are, side by side. I put the wheels on the Dragon Hammer, and you can see right here the difference in the size. If you look, the Dragon Hammer tires is taller but narrower. But look how much longer this truck is. So it's a lot bigger, but exponentially heavier. I mean, I can carry the X-Max with one arm, one hand. You know, if I grab the bumper or something. But that thing, no way. Especially with batteries in it. It's just going to be so heavy. But man, like the detail and the bulk of it, I mean, it's just built like a tank. I'm not a hardcore basher, so like unless there's something wrong with it, I don't think I would be able to break this thing. I just don't drive my RCs that way. But man, this thing is like a beast. It is super heavy duty is just the impression I get from it is just everything about it is overbuilt and extreme. Let me pop the body on real quick. So I'm not going to put the bolts in. I'm just going to put it on here. I'm sorry about the camera work. I'm trying a new camera. This is the Osmo Pocket. Alright. It's not really on there, but close enough. You get the idea. So I'm going to have to back up 5 feet away from my table just so you can see them. It's huge. I mean, it dwarfs the X-Max. If any of you are interested in buying a 2019 version Dragon Hammer VoltZ, brand new, never been turned on, look for a link in the description. I'll probably put it up on eBay. Thanks for watching.